Here's a question. Are we giving our kids so much in today's day and age that we're actually spoiling them rotten? Like Veruca Salt from Willy Wonka.
But I want the golden egg.
I want the golden egg. Here's the thing. A lot of parents struggle with this. When do you cave? What do you give the child? How do you teach them responsibility around money without spoiling them?
It's a tough question, and it's a complicated issue, so the money couple, Bethany and Scott Palmer, are here to help us out, guys. So what is the first sign, Scott?
All right. Well, it's interesting. I started doing some research just on what we're actually spending on our kids. The average child receives $3 per tooth, which when I was a kid, it was like a quarter. Maybe.
Right.
And we spend, as a nation, we spend $41.2 billion annually on games and toys for our kids. So it's a huge market. And so that's what we want to talk today. So the first point that we see if we know we're spoiling our kids is, do they expect a reward? And thank you YMCA, because we don't even have to do it as parents. They play any sport, they get a medal. They win any game, they get a medal.
So they expect a reward for everything.
They expect a reward for everything.
So it's not even the parents.
Right. The parents aren't even always doing it. It's just how we're programming our kids.
Wasn't this the question when that first started years ago, when everybody got a trophy? At some point, we're going to see the evolution of that decision.
Absolutely.
We're seeing it now.
And we're seeing it. So you have to just be really aware as a parent, is my kid expecting a reward? Cole came home, my 14-year-old, killed it this year in school. And he came back and we were looking at his grades, and I was just so excited about how well he had done. I could tell he was like, well, you know, my friends, they get paid like $20 per A. And I'm like, well, good for them. Good job. And so, but our kids are becoming programmed to really think about, I did something, am I going to get a reward for it?
Right.
So as parents, we have to keep our eyes and our ears open. Is he expecting a reward? And then we say, hey, you go to school, that's what you do. You got an A, good job. You have a house over
So
here.
you didn't cave to the pressure.
Absolutely not.
So don't expect the child to get a reward for every little thing they do.
Exactly.
Right,
The second thing is really listening to if they always want more. A perfect example, you want to take them for ice cream, but they've got to have sprinkles on it. You take them out for a milkshake, they've got to have it. They don't want a large, they want an extra large. You know, a kid wants to get a practice jersey for football, and he's got to get the matching, shorts and socks or whatever. It's just always wanting more. And this is, as parents, what we've got to be doing is really listening to our children to see if they are becoming spoiled. And it's very easy to do. Every day. You just got to be listening for it. And if they want more, that's a really big sign.
These are great. Number one, do they expect a reward for everything?
That's right.
Number two, do they always want more? All
right. And then the third one is, do they understand the value of a dollar? Most kids don't understand the value of a dollar. I'll never forget first grade, our youngest, and he wanted something. I said, no, honey, it's not on the budget right now. And he said, oh, well, honey, Mom, those little things that are like this, and you just go like this, and then you can have it. I mean, he literally said that. And it was first
The magic
grade.
card.
The magic card thing.
The money couple is the loser couple.
Yeah, we are the loser couple.
That's what our kids think.
So what we did, and when I saw that sign, we said, okay, we've got to be really intentional with this. He's got to start to understand. So we would just be driving around and say, well, what do you think that costs? And what do you think that costs? And he started to have that understanding. What was so rewarding as a parent, the next year in second grade, his teacher at parent-teacher conference said, I am just amazed at Cade and how he knows what things cost. I said, well, give me an example. He said, we were going around and talking about how much a boat costs, and the kids were like $2, and some were like $2 million, and they didn't have a clue. Cade nailed it.
He knew it.
He knew it. And that's because we were intentional. So as parents, if we are looking to see if our kids want rewards, if they want more, if they don't understand the value of a dollar, we can really see and start to be intentional with them to be able to get them away from being spoiled.
When we grew up, my mom and stepdad told us if we asked for it at the store, we would definitely not get it.
There you go.
So at Christmas time, when you're making out your list, you're like, I don't want anything, push the catalog away. But it taught us that you don't ask for it at the store. You don't have the meltdown at the checkout.
I'll tell you what, you guys always have great tips, and I highly suggest, whether you are a married couple or parents with your kids, you read their book, The 5 Money Conversations to Have with Your Kids at Every Age and Every Stage. Really helps you figure out money, and this is a lesson your kids will keep with them the rest of their lives.
And they'll pass it on.
It's available at booksellers everywhere and on Amazon.com. Good to see both of you.
Great to be here.
Appreciate that. Where's my reward?
You don't get a reward. Just a handshake. Good job.
Thanks. You can let go now.
The fact you asked for it is